and then said a shredded pasta hand of Tom Brady is better than Blake Bortles? You can't have that together in the same thought.
Do you remember that infamous gif of Tom Brady waiting to give someone a high five?
Yes.
Maybe we have it here. Now I'm wondering, maybe nobody wanted to touch his hand because they were worried about this happening.
That's a good point. That's a good point. That hand, that golden hand.
I'll give you a high five.
Yeah, give it to her. She's not going to fall for it. Oh, Poppy.
Is there any reason to bring back Kawhi this year if the Warriors are all healthy?
He has played only 9 games this year. He's got a quad problem, and the answer to this question is it can only be, you do whatever is best for the long-term health of Kawhi Leonard. That is your star player. You made him out of nowhere. He's kind of an unprecedented player in what he became with it when he wasn't able to shoot coming into the league. You do everything you can to protect that resource. You don't start pushing it now to chase the Warriors and have other body parts breaking down on you.
I'd just like to take a moment to dwell on the absurdity of this question. So we're talking about the Spurs, a team that has the 3rd best record in the Western Conference, the 2nd best defense in the NBA. They've been playing great lately. LaMarcus Aldridge put up 34 points tonight. Their role players are terrific. And yet, we still doubt that even if Kawhi Leonard came back, they could compete with the Warriors.
That's correct.
That is what Golden State has done to the NBA, guys.
That is correct.
Did you guys hear what Kawhi said about this?
No.
You didn't?
Oh, here comes the joke. Yeah, here's the impersonation. Yeah, the impersonation. I thought he was just going to stare silently at the screen without smiling. You know, instead, now it's got audio, the Kawhi. The Kawhi used to be just silence.
Is it fair that Blake Griffin and Austin Rivers were not suspended?
So yesterday it was announced that 2 Rockets players, Trevor Ariza and Gerald Green, each received 2-day suspensions for their role in the aforementioned greatest fight in NBA history. Meanwhile, Blake Griffin and Austin Rivers got off scotch-free, to which I say, yeah, that's actually pretty predictable. Because what Blake and Austin did, the chest puffing and the trash talking, that's all pretty typical in the context of NBA fighting. The reason the league came down so hard on the Rockets is because they embarrassed them. The NBA does not want to be perceived as the kind of league where guys go into locker rooms and secret tunnels which don't even exist or talk about and become embarrassing national stories. And that's why those players had to pay.
The league has to do something in these instances because you cannot have the perception that players will handle these matters violently in private themselves on professional settings. All of that goes without saying, but what Mina's saying is absolutely true here. The league doesn't want to go back to these days where we remember the NBA as being a dangerous, violent sport. That league is gone. It's dead. They've made the rules to eradicate that. And so you have to do things like this in order to not have that time in your present. But this is what we're dealing with right now. We all love it. We love this story. We love the details. This stuff doesn't happen anywhere else. So the league is only going to be so outraged by this, they're going to actually cash in on it.
And one of the benefits of the asymmetric punishment is that the feud is going to continue. And afterwards, you have Austin Rivers, the scrappy-doo of the NBA, coming out and saying he wasn't trying to antagonize anyone. That wasn't fight talk. That was just trash talk, which is precisely why everyone wants to fight Austin Rivers to begin with.
There's not going to be any stopping this.
So you mean to tell me that all this fiasco, Doc Rivers didn't back up his son Austin? That's not right.
Poppy, are you aware we're not doing the show right now? Are you not aware that if she's out here doing this, that we've stopped doing the show for a moment?
He's practicing.
I'm just practicing.
Okay.
So
Right.
I'm backing his son Austin. Was Jalen Rose right to call Paul Pierce petty to his face?
As I just mentioned, the league loves this stuff, and we love this stuff. So you've got a situation here where we're checking Isaiah Thomas and what he's liking on Instagram because we love all this gossipy high school stuff. So let's listen to the sound first.
I gotta say a word for you, fam. I think it was petty.
Ooh! On who?
On Paul Pierce's part.
And what part?
I love Paul. This is my brother.
Part?
Because to me, there are going to be all type of announcements that happen in the 48 minutes during that game.
Okay.
All types.
Okay.
Including celebrating Isaiah Thomas could be one of them. What does not take away from your situation like Kobe's that happened during the game because they're doing yours post-game.
Right. But throughout the game, you're going to have different memories from the time I spent there. So now you take another 2 minutes from the memory.
You just said that, Jay.
That's funny, man. That is funny.
Of course he was right. Paul Pierce was absolutely petty. It was also a major cell phone, by the way, because the only reason he was bothered in the first place is he didn't want Isaiah Thomas to be a distraction, and in the process, as so often happens, created the biggest distraction of all. So, Jalen, I agree with you. I would also like to thank you for ushering in a new era where we at ESPN are allowed to criticize our coworkers openly in the public. Dan, I'd like to get something off my chest.
Oh, no. Oh, no. What are you laughing about?
These last 2 days, we're glad you're back, but we don't really need you here.
I mean, you don't think I already knew that? You don't think I kind of knew that already? I didn't need to prove in the last 2 days. Why do you think I rushed back? Do you not see how much I'm sweating? I'm still not well.
Easy. It's like a son I never had.
All right.
A better son I never had.
Sexier. Yes, sir.
Better son.
Better son.
A better son.
Wow. I don't even know how many different ways that's insulting.
This is getting a little
Thinner, too, you know?
Yes, thinner, smarter, yes.
Give me more elbow room.
Well, I think we covered it with better. Better was fine.
Why do you believe did Lane Kiffin hire a 24-year-old offensive coordinator?
All right, Charlie Weiss Jr. Let's take a look at a picture. Let's look at a picture of Charlie Weiss Jr. That is a very young Charlie Weiss. I recognize it from the eyebrows. My guess is that the answer to this question is because Lane Kiffin was a 24-year-old offensive coordinator. Lane Kiffin has always been younger than all the people around him. He thinks differently. It's part of his appeal right now. It's part of why he wins against people who might think they know more than he does. I would say Lane Kiffin is doing this because he recognizes some of himself and some of the chances that young people should get that are largely going to this guy's father, who probably shouldn't have gotten as many as he did.
It's entirely possible that Charlie Weiss Jr. is a brilliant offensive mind. There have been plenty of coaches from famous families who have gone on to succeed. Look at Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay. But let's not pretend like he didn't get a tremendous leg up because of his name, and let's not pretend like this doesn't happen all the time in football. I mean, look at the Carolina Panthers, where the new offensive coordinator, Norv Turner, just brought on his son, brother, and nephew onto the staff. I mean, why not hire your dog while you're at it, Norv? Now, is nepotism a problem on its face? Not a huge problem, but it's something to keep in mind. The next time people complain about the Rooney Rule and argue coaches should be hired on their merits alone, the NFL is not a meritocracy. College football is not a meritocracy. Come on, guys.
Mina's so right about nepotism. Nepotism all over the place here because Lane Kiffin got his job. Monty Kiffin still works for and with Lane Kiffin. They've been trading jobs back and forth. What I find funniest about this is we are now in the second layer of people who stand next to Bill Belichick get jobs elsewhere. Charlie Weiss got a Notre Dame job, a Kansas job, just failed everywhere, but was next to Bill Belichick. Now the people's sons who stood next to Bill Belichick are getting jobs. That's pretty tremendous.
Yes, I agree that nepotism is a huge problem in many industries.
Nepotism is you know, you shouldn't get a job because you're related to somebody. Coming up next on Highly Questionable.
Whoa.
Oh, I mean, come on.
Wait, we question him.
A couple of days, guys. I can't get sick.
Do you question if Scott Brooks was being petty toward Dwight Howard?
Again, I will remind you, we love the petty stuff in the NBA. We eat all of it up when guys are bickering and fighting. Last night, Charlotte scored 133 on the Wizards. The Wizards lost by a ton. And at the end of that game, there was an ejection, and Scott Brooks, the coach, well, let's see what happens here. Michael Carter Williams was kicked out in this fight. And so what ends up happening is because he's kicked out, they get to pick the guy on the other sideline that they want to take the free throw, trying to embarrass Dwight Howard because he's terrible at that. And
one of the reasons is because of Howard.
And yes, and then he blows a kiss. Oh, he blew a kiss. Mina, there was kiss blowing.
Wow.
Yes.
Wait, I don't think that's it. I saw something else. He just did the big dance. Can we say that on the show?
Yes.
No. Okay.
You can't do that.
He did a dance that cannot be named.
No.
Wow. If Dwight Howard makes 2 free throws, it is not your night.
Do you question these training methods?
4th division of Argentinian soccer is where we go now because we're a wild, wacky show, and you never know where we're going to end up. This is the goalkeepers, 4th division, Argentinian.
Whoa.
Oh, I mean, come on.
Wait,
I mean, come on.
Wait, what is the purpose?
Yeah, I mean, what is the purpose? What do you mean, what is the purpose? It's amazing video to put on television. Oh, you mean the purpose of training that way?
Yeah, well, the flames are in front of the... Oh, this is just a whole...
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, wow.
I'd actually prefer to watch soccer if these were some of the things involved.
That's kind of cool. That's kind
Yeah,
of cool.
well, all of it's kind of cool, Mina. You can't say that.
Right. This is... You don't see American kids doing this.
Well, I don't know what this is. What were they just doing there?
That seems cosmetic to me.
Can we go back to the fire? There was something on fire in the middle of a soccer field.
Inexplicably in front of the goalie.
Thank you. Yes, what is that that's on fire? Is that 2 pieces of fence that we've happened upon?
What skills do you garner from saving balls behind something on fire?
Well, how scary is Messi, really, when you faced fire?
Do you question if this is a safe driver?
All right, so the setup for this is a video we actually saw yesterday in China of a man or a woman on a bicycle.
What the hell is that? What is that on that? Is that styrofoam coolers? Is that
I may have compared them to you at a buffet while you
Wait,
weren't
what?
here.
Wait a minute. I've done that, actually. I can only object so much.
And I assume we've got another one? Even bigger.
What is this? Okay, it's the same thing?
Yeah, that's...
They're delivery drivers and they've got a large load. Mina, is there any particular reason that you felt the need to remind me of buffet jokes made at my expense yesterday?
I felt so bad. I'm trying to channel my inner Jalen Rose and confront you honestly and openly.
Let's go to the question. Is this safe driving? I mean, in what world would that be safe driving? All of that looks like it could be calamitous.
He's lucky he didn't get a ticket. He ran a red light there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
My
that
God,
guy is something else, you know?
yeah.
I mean, where are the cops in China, you know? It's not safe to drive in the street of China when you have something like that, you know? You gotta obey the red light, buddy.
You gotta obey the red light.
There it goes.
Buddy, there it goes.
That's right.
I mean, there it is.
Do you question if he played this off well?
Oh, we love these kinds of questions. Let's see if something was done that went very poorly and then the person played it off well.
I'm guessing no.
Pull up the bubble wrap. I have no idea what this is. Is this something for...
I have no idea.
Well, then give it to me. Let me see what it is.
I'm trying to see what it is. It looks just like a big metal, like plastic vase. Look, there's like a glass bottom. I think it's like a vase.
Well, open it then.
I'm opening it. Chill. It just looks like a vase for like a bunch of like things.
It's a bomb.
What the frick?
It's a bomb.
What the heck? I didn't order that. Ordered an Xbox card. Or Xbox remote.
It's a bomb.
Great.
Oh wow. I did not order that.
That was amazing.
I did not order that.
This wasn't very convincing, but I feel like his mom believes him.
That mom also identified the bong very quickly when it was still in a lot of wrap.
Hey, kid, I agree with your mother. You know, it's not safe to use that. I tell you what you gotta do. You send it to us here in Miami, and we'll keep it here until your state declares that it's legal to use it. You know, that's the way we do things here right away. You know, you gotta listen to your mother.
Like a clearance house. You just send it through here. Florida will pick it up.
To be clear, it's not legal here either.
No, it's...
Oh, is it?
To play the game that is feeling very cramped today. See? Oh no.
Because Izzy is much fitter. Tell us what to watch on television tonight. Look at them giggling. The both of them. It's hysterical. Me being out and everyone being better than me.
On TNT, Sixers and Celtics.
No, but people need to start paying attention to the short-circuiting going on in Philadelphia with Markelle Fultz, the #1 overall pick. He's in the far court here, and the Sixers are worried about... They've never seen anything like this with the shooting form that's just gone to hell, that a guy has gotten to the league and just doesn't look like he is mentally right when shooting a basketball. And, yeah, that doesn't look like a professional, never mind the first pick in the draft. Mina, are you intrigued?
I can't watch this. Like, I don't want to watch any more videos of Mark Helffel's shooting. Send him to a farm upstate where there are no cameras, then bring him back once he's fixed.
Okay, I'm sorry that she sent you up to a farm. Evidently a hot air balloon wasn't available. Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. Don't get discouraged, Mark Curl. You know, I tell you, keep on practicing. You keep on practicing and you keep on practicing, you know. I mean, you're going to get some good results down the line, you know. You can see now Dwight Howard, you know, Dwight Howard is coming strong after so many years in the league, you know. He's coming around now. He made 2 free throws, you know.
Okay. That's right. He made 2 free throws.
After 15 years in the league, you know, he made 2 free throws.
It was a glorious night last night for Dwight Howard. Biggest of his career.
Something to aspire to.
At a dentist's office in Chicago, Chris Dunn.
Oh, you're not going to want to look at this, I don't think, Poppy. Poppy hates dentist's office, and you got a situation here. Chris Dunn was on our show one time. He was delightful. But what happened to him last night? Oh, this does not look good.
All right. Got the fast break.
Yeah, and I told you. Oh no, we're not going to watch it close up. No. We are not as tough as athletes. Mina, are you intrigued?
Yes.
Poppy, are you intrigued? Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, man, no,
it hurts him to say it, but no.
I hate those type of fools, you know. Then you got to go to the dentist, you know. You got to go there and you're going to keep your mouth open for about an hour or so, you know, and they got to perform surgery on you. No. I'm not intrigued at all.
No.
No, you got to know.
On theplayerstribune.com, Les Miles.
Oh, Les Miles. Yes, I'm always intrigued in whatever's going on with Les Miles. What is Les Miles fascinated by today? Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, fidget spinner. You know about these?
Yeah, look at it. Hypnotized. That guy's a champion, by the way.
Wow.
That won a championship while eating grass on the sideline.
Do people even have fidget spinners anymore? I thought that was
I guarantee you, people will buy this.
People will buy this.
Am I right? What the hell is this thing? I didn't buy it, did I? What is it?
I would watch video of Les Miles doing things for the rest of my life and die at the end happy with what I had done with the end of my life. Mina, are you intrigued?
No, it looks like one of those National Geographic videos where an animal in the wild comes across a human object and doesn't know what to make of it. I am not intrigued.
Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued, but something tells me that is not going to help him to get a coaching job.
Yeah, probably.
That's right, you know, doesn't look good in his resume now, you know what I mean?
Come on, he won a championship eating grass, right? How different is that from, winning one while fidget spinning?
Fidget spinning. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching.
I'm happy to be back. Not everybody
so are
is.
we.
That hurts so much, man.
I wish I could say the same thing.
Oh, there it is. And my father piling on. All right, guys. I'll have Izzy come back tomorrow.
Give me the hand sanitizer. Give me the hand sanitizer. Give it to me.
No, that can't count. That's the weakest one I've ever seen. That can't count. That can't count.
I didn't even lift my hand.
I mean, give me the hand.
Excuses.